So basically in this video, I'm going to explain the work and study program called the Ausbildung, especially for those guys that are coming for nursing. Now, a lot of people are already here, and by due to privilege, they were able to be given a chance to learn the language, and from there they study the nursing program. Whereas it's totally different. It's a totally different process from somebody coming from home, from Africa, anywhere else in Africa, from Nigeria, and the rest is a totally different ballgame. And now, until March 2020, that's when they started allowing the international students come. And the process involves you learning the language. After learning the language, you have to look for employers. After you look for employers, you have to look for a school. You have to connect all those dots together. You have to deal with the aspherical arms. You have to deal with a lot of people. Do you understand? And that's where the complication comes in. But we have been able to master this process, and we already even have students there already. And the most important thing for us is the language. The language, first of all. This is why we're providing the services of the language for you. That is learning from A1 to C1. Now, from your B2 or your C1 level already, then you can even have a chance to start applying and working, getting your school contract and your work contract from the hospital. Because what happens with the Ausbildung program is you learn the language, we find a way that the government pays your school fees. Even though you're an international student, they pay your school fees. The government invests, a lot of people don't even know this, the government invests about 8,000 to 10,000 euros on an individual per year for your school fees. So they pay that for you. They don't owe you anything, but they pay it for you just because you learn the language. Now, you key into this program for yourself. Then, while you're studying, apart from paying your school fees, and that hospital, you'll be attached to a hospital, which you have to have your practical hours. During your practical hours, the minimum number of practical hours that you do, whether you're doing practical hours or not, they have made a sign that throughout your whole program, while you're still studying, they pay you a certain salary a month, a stipend. That's from around 1,200 euros, 1,100 euros and above. It depends on where you got your contract from and everything. So it's that simple, but it's not that simple, because the thing is that you must have actually do your interviews yourself. And this is where we come in. We get hospitals, we're in partnership with some. You talk to them, you do your thing, you understand, you speak to them. Then if they like you, they take you, of which our students actually have been prepared properly and they have the right motivation before they even get into the language school. So when you're coming into this language school, it's not just because of language only. There's integration involved, and there are things that are involved that you get benefits from because you get a direct link. Things have been done from inside already. So it's totally different from a process that somebody is already here, because you're trying to achieve the same thing, but the situations are different because the person already has an often-tied status here already. So learning language is very important. Motivation is very important, because nursing on its own, like any other thing in this life, you need to be determined to go for it. Language is being learned by a lot of people. Why not you? We have students that learned it in 9 months. From A1 to C1 in 9 months. If you want examples, you just go scroll around, you will see on our page, you will see students. So why not you? Don't let anybody discourage you. Now, upon graduation, you are sure that you have a job. You are sure. Because the person that even paid your school fees already, I'm not even your school fees, that trained you during your whole program, when you having your practical hours, do you think the person wants to let you go if you are good? So this is a way of you doing it, because we have even had nurses here tell us that even from the final year, they were saying, Omo, you're not going anywhere. Come on, nobody's binding you, but you're just casually like, when you want to, please stay with us. It's better. And if you stay, it's good. And you know how it is now. In 3 years, you can have your PR after you have worked. So you get your own befristed vertrag. After that, life becomes easy for you, and your children's generation can change just because of that. You made that move. Now, you have guys as young as 24, 25, you understand, 25 and above coming. But there's a certain age bracket, and it depends on case by case, especially you're coming from home. If you are here, it's a totally different thing with the age bracket. So the rules might differ, but it's very possible because we have students here already that have learned it. And you cannot go wrong come and study nursing in Germany. You cannot go wrong. The opportunities are even unheard of. Because if you go to Canada, any other place that's good, very good, nursing is good, but you will pay. Nobody has your time to be paying for you. So, and German is not just spoken in Germany. It's spoken in Germany, of course, Austria, we say Österreich. So, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Luxembourg. These are places, and you know how much they pay nurses from Luxembourg, especially if you already command the language and everything. So, language is power. Language is power. Applying it into the right place becomes more powerful for you. So, if you are wise and you know that you really want all these kind of things for yourself, then take advantage of it. You have nothing to lose, nothing to lose, more to gain. Learn the language, especially to the pathway college. You have to pay for that one. It's about 10,000 euros and above, depending on the school that accepts you from here. At the end of the day, you're paying the school fees to the school. We have an option of you even starting the A1 and A2 level with us in Lagos, or you just do everything online. Then you don't need the blocked accounts because there's a way that you get your contract before then and it shows your proof of payment. So it really, really, really depends on case by case. So at the end of the day, you're just paying that one time, learning the language, investing in it, and these other opportunities are coming to you. It now depends on you for you to take it or not. You'll see or nothing.